Chapter 41 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 7. Before R, the sounds of the vowels A, E, I, and U are greatly modified. These combinations occur so frequently that much drill is required. Final E affects AR, as in care. Stir, surf, mar, jar, fur. Slur, tart, cart, burr, furl. Star, turf, first, curl, gird. Jerk, lard, fern, bird, dart. Firm, scar, card, char, spar. Hurl, lark, hurt, part, arch. Turn, blur, purr, pert, spur. Hard, barn, darn, carp, herd. Dark, burn, term, hark, yard. Start, shirt, bark, yarn, harp. Sharp, clerk, skirt, chirp, park. Spark, shark, mark, spurt, third. Parch, smart, churn, perch, harm. Charm, starch, march, mirth, smirch. Tear, scare, dare, pair, rare. Fair, snare, hair, wear, glare. Bear, spare, mare, stare, share. End of Chapter 41. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 42 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 8. In the words of this table, EA and EE have the long sound of E. Fear, tear, lean, heap, fleet. Thee, east, ease, keep, beef. Near, plea, heed, greet, year. Freed, dean, team, weed, ream. Tease, deed, treat, wean, teach. Sheet, yeast, meat, spree, plead. Sheaf, mead, steep, shear, eaves. Greed, creek, creek, shear, spear. Breed, agree, sneer, bleed, speed. Beach, sheen, green, preen, cheap. Sweep, sheep, reach, street, freeze. dream, tweed, fleece, cream, weave. Screen, peach, gleam, wheat, streak. Bream, leaves, cleans, crease, teapot. Beams, please, greedy, Easter, spleen. Breeze, gleans, squeak, beaver, season. Grease, sneeze, wheeze, sheath, stream. Reason, teacher, sheaves, scream, beacon. End of chapter 42. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 43 of The Beacon's Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 9. In the words of this table, AI and AY have the long sound of A. Rail, lane, hail, bail, flail, sleigh, fray, nail, bait, frail. Vein, male, gray, clay, paid. Dray, bray, main, whale, pray. Raise, saint, stray, snail, faint. Stayed, away, paint, faith, train. Gaily, spray, chain, plain, made. Stain, strain, waste, braid, drain. Grain, praise, straight, twain, claim. Sway, sprain, raisin, afraid, dainty. End of chapter 43. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 44 of The Beacon's Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 10. In the words of this table, OA and OE have the long sound of O. Oats, soar, flow, roar, coat. Coax, float, oak, goal, soap. Roam, hoed, load, loan, soak. Woe, loam, boat, goat, moat. Cloak, coarse, foam, roast, toast. Groan, throat, shoal, croak, coast. Loaves, horse, moan, coach, board. End of chapter 44. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 45 of The Beacon's Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 11. In the words of this table, IE and final Y take the long sound of I. Phi, high, sly, cry, shy. vi, sty, pry, why, lied, fried, sky, tide, vide, tried, pride, ally, rely, defy, deny, reply, spry, skies, flies, cried, supply, spied, plied, dried, comply. End of chapter 45. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 46 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 12. In the words of this table, EW and UE are pronounced very nearly like U long. Hue, do, stew, hue, cue, pew, mew, view, ague, jewel, rescue, sinew, argue, subdue, value, mildew, pewter, renew, steward, ensue. End of chapter 46. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 47 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 13. In the words of this table, OI and OY are pronounced alike. Coy, coil, join, loin, toil, soil, foist, boil, coin, cloy, point, broil, joist, hoist, joint, enjoy, voice, royal, noise, spoil, moist, avoid, choice, annoy, doily, employ, oyster, anoint, poison, boiler. End of chapter 47. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 48 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 14. In the words of this table, AU and AW take the sound of A in all. Jaw, claw, haul, paw, flaw, fawn, yawn, ball, thaw, slaw, fault, hawk, daub, maud, fraud, fawn, gauze, vault, brawl, cause, dawn, drawl, pawn, lawful, crawl, awful, pauper, straw, brawn, drawn, pause, awning, lawyer, spawn, caucus. End of chapter 48. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 49 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 15. In the words of this table, OU and OW are pronounced alike. Gout, rout, scow, pout, scour, town, trout, scout, down, shout, prow, cloud, snout, tower, proud, flower, south, scowl, pouch, mount, stout, spout, allowed, power, bound, count, about, crowd, pound, crouch, towel, couch, sound, blouse, devout, found, growl, frown, grouse, wound, clown, vowel, drown, sprout, shroud, flower, round, shower, mound, ground. End of chapter 49. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 50 of The Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 16. In the following list of words, OO is pronounced like U in rude. Boot, cool, tool, pool, roof, pour, root, toot, loop, loon, soon, food, hoot, boor, rude, noon, coop, hoop, hoof, coon, loom, loose, moor, boon, sloop, proof, stoop, troop, stool, spool, boost, noose, soothe, room, boom, croon, moon, mood, roost, shoot, broom, doom, goose, scoop, tooth, bloom, brood, gloom, groom, swoop, swoon, spoon, moose, choose, groove. End of chapter 50. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 51 of The Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 17. Review the sound of QU. Quilt, quid, quill, equip, quit, quell, quite, quiz, choir, quail, queer, quote, quest, quick, squire, squirt, queen, quince, quake, squint, squaw, quack, squirm, square, quaint, squeak, squeal, quench, squeeze, squirrel. End of chapter 51. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 52 of The Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 18. Review. Sly, card, loft, do, ear. Stir, why, cliff, tide, cue. Jaw, turn, curl, hilt, coil. Boil, tube, cloy, clay, nail. Lute, male, rose, spar, crag. Sleigh, pall, flaw, hoof. Hall. Firm, quill, gore, prey, sank. Boot, war, stew, herd, heap. Stun, stem, fried, twin, tried. Scow, bless, smile, mew, term. Trout, mere, glean, froze, glide. Store, slave, sheaf, team, more. Quite, noise, mode, daub, boom. Shore, stoop, mend, score, gauze. Sheet, much, chain, stone, grime. Grunt, hawk, moon, pawn, shark. Pump, peach, quick, block, quack. Snake, sound, pouch, queen, march. Smash, cramp, stump, smoke, switch. Sky, glare, rely, room, tress. Skill, doily, gruff, plied, royal. Gaily, tooth, sloop, scrap, scare. Snare, ensue, coast, spurt, pride. Croak, perch, strife, twain, straight. Straight, 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 strife, twain, strai growl, flower, noose, stripe, gauze, awful, power, parch, annoy, smart, strive, moose, stride, choice, blame, churn, loaves, afraid, starch, throat, sinew, beaver, rescue, course, oyster, praise, poison, teapot, lawful, sprain, struck, breezy, horse, anoint, squeal, screen, sprout, groove, choose, squint, scrape, shower, grouse, twitch, blouse, supply, stretch, caucus, dainty, throne, pauper, shroud, season, reason, square, auburn, teacher, subdue, sprawl, freezer, awning, mildew, employ, smirch, pewter, squeeze, squirrel, preacher, squirm, comply. End of chapter 52. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 53 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 19. In the following list of words, C is soft before E or I. Sight, ace, ice, sell, scent. Vice, rice, lace, city, sense. Nice, trice, dice, farce, fence. Slice, pace, mice, voice, lance. Price, trace, grace, pence, mince. Truce, mace, cease, hence, prince. Place, brace, fleece, dance, thence. Space, twice, peace, glance, chance. Splice, spruce, choice, quince, whence. End of chapter 53. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 54 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 20. In the following list of words, G and DG before E and I are pronounced like J. Gin, gist, Jill, gem, jibe. Germ, tinge, edge, urge, huge. Surge, judge, singe, ledge, large. Barge, fudge, lodge, dodge, ridge. Cringe, lunge, budge, hedge, badge. Sledge, nudge, wedge, fringe, range. Bridge, merge, grudge, trudge, mange. Smudge, charge, plunge, dredge, change. End of chapter 54. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 55 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 21. K and CK are sounded exactly alike. Their use is not so confusing from the point of view of sounding as from spelling. The use of CK after a short vowel should be strongly emphasized by the teacher. Nick, dike, flake, fleck, flick, cake, sock, deck, meek, flock, pack, yoke, slick, shock, poke, track, hack, dock, snake, neck, stuck, clack, sleek, strike, crack, freak, pluck, truck, stroke, break, drake, shake, black, struck, sneak, spoke, tweak, broke, smack, shuck, bake, sake, like, beak, stoke, back, sack, lick, beck, stalk, take, slake, pike, luke, smoke, tack, slack, pick, luck, smock, rake, stake, peak, duke, croak, rack, stack, peck, duck, quack, lake, dike, speak, coke, cloak, lack, dick, speck, cock, clock. End of Chapter 55. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 56 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 22. TCH generally has the same sound as CH. CH usually follows vowels having the long sound, while TCH usually follows vowels having the short sound. Each, teach, peach, reach, speech, bleach, screech, leech, breach, beach, coach, roach, poach, broach, preach, fetch, stretch, itch, botch, notch, blotch, catch, sketch, crutch, pitch, latch, batch, snatch, ditch, match, hatch, patch, hutch, twitch, clutch, switch, witch, stitch, scratch, flitch. End of Chapter 56. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 57 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 23. This table contains a further development of the two sounds of th. Fifth, tenth, strength, thud, thill, thing, thump, thick, thank, thatch, throb, throne, thrust, thrash, thrush, this, thus, these, those, that, them, than, then, the, thee, thy, bathe, lathe, seethe, lithe, blithe, withe, clothe, scathe, thine, breathe, soothe, smooth, thence, sheath. End of Chapter 57. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 58 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 24. In the following list of words, IE has the sound of long E. Field, niece, priest, peace, shield, grief, yield, siege, thief, relief, brief, chief, fiend, shriek, believe. End of Chapter 58. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 59 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 25. In the following list of words, O has the sound midway between its sound in for and in fox. Cost, moss, song, broth, frost, soft, toss, long, cloth, strong, lost, loss, tong, froth, loft. End of Chapter 59. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 60 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 26. In the following list of words, A has the sound of short O. Was, wand, swap, what, swamp, wad, wash, swan, want, wander, wan, wasp, swab, watch, washer. End of Chapter 60. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 61 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 27. Two vowels together are often sounded separately. Fuel, poem, giant, quiet, dual, poet, idea, gruel, truant, suet, diet, real, trial, pliant, dial. End of chapter 61. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 62 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 28. T-I-O-N and S-I-O-N are pronounced shun. Nation, mention, vision, tension, session, ration, pension, notion, mission, station, option, fraction, motion, passion, action. End of chapter 62. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 63 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 29. Review. Fuel, snail, seed, defy, bear. Field, stare, skirt, thief, gruel. Trial, meet, roost, away, ledge. Mere, deny, grace, quiet, fence. Paint, quail, dried, share, snore. Whist, niece, spare, judge, braid. Yeast, poem, value, growl, crawl. Scowl, goose, giant, maud, argue. Groan, moist, yawn, swore, drawl. Mirth, coach, raisin, squirt, oyster. Annoy, boiler, strain, choice, swoon. Broom, gaudy, priest, gleans, squaw. Sneeze, whisk, quake, rescue, truant. Poison, prince, renew, crouch, sprout. Dredge, crease, flower, motion, greedy. Chance, charm, bridge, mound, believe. Supply, nation, notion, squeak, shower. Lawyer, plunge, square, employ, comply. Quench, awning, stream, mildew, sheaves. End of chapter 63. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 64 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 30. The following list contains words with the most common suffixes: jacket, market, velvet, trumpet, locket, basket, ticket, thicket, secret, blanket, bracket, bucket, goblet, musket, rocket, gimlet, closet, carpet, racket, hornet, mantle, camel, model, parcel, ravel, panel, saddle, travel, slumber, chapel, canter, pickle, lumber, cinder, printer, master, whisper, helper, sister, corner, barber, under, lobster, farmer, scamper, winter, number, tumbler, blunder, jester, pitcher, milker, farther, monster, marble, cycle, uncle, thimble, jumble, grumble, stumble, tingle, tickle, speckle, candle, nimble, tumble, ankle, twinkle, single, dangle, dimple, cackle, buckle, magic, picnic, handle, bundle, frolic, mimic, simple, wrinkle, merit, arctic, solid, limit, habit, infant, stupid, visit, spirit, distant, rapid, prophet, pulpit, merchant, timid, ashes, classes, servant, kisses, dishes, dresses, brushes, losses, stitches, bunches, wishes, glasses, matches, lunches, pinches, fishes, branches, churches, goblin, sweeten, cabin, driven, robin, quicken, satin, harden, pumpkin, seven, napkin, beacon, shorten, beckon, reckon, dragon, blacken, sermon, wagon, lemon, prison, season, melon, lesson, mason, 50, angry, ugly, milky, 60, sadly, dainty, rusty, hungry, pantry, empty, silky, finely, safely, lately, pages, merely, widely, purely, prices, nicely, lonely, closely, wages, races, spices, ages, places, faces, cases, cages, stages, laces, blazes, closes, roses, axes, gazes, noses, rises, hateful, sizes, uses, prizes, wasteful, helpful, rival, navel, needful, spiteful, final, vital, cheerful, thankful, oval, opal, graceful, truthful, local, legal, wakeful, careful, floral, fatal. End of chapter 64. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 65 of The Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 31. The following list contains words with the most common prefixes: awake, abed, afloat, adorn, afraid, allowed, asleep, alert, afire, ago, amid, adrift, away, about, agree, alas, alone, across, ablaze, award, became, again, become, apart, because, around, begin, alive, belong, along, untwist, abuse, unhitch, a while, unjust, between, unhurt, began, depend, befall, delay, behave, declare, beside, demand, before, devote, unbend, display, unlock, excite, untrue, displace, unfit, explode, unchain, disgust, unclean, expand, exceed, encamp, decay, discharge, expect, enrage, depart, dispute, excel, enjoy, defend, dismiss, expose, inquire, endure, disturb, excuse, enclose, enlarge, forbid, express, inform, engrave, forgive, explain, intent, accept, forget, require, insist, exchange, forsake, unwind. Invite, explore, rebound, behind. Inflame, exclaim, recess, unfold. Remark, repeat, recite, reply. Refer, repair, replace, recall. Renew, regret, release, retain. Rejoice, return, reduce, report. Regard, refresh, restore, remain. Coachman, huntsman, seaman, postman. Salesman, workman, footman, hackman. Railroad, birthday, foreman, boatman. Inkstand, daylight, fireplace, teacup. Seaside, seaweed, sunbeam, tiptoe. Stairway, necktie, rainbow, railway. Seashore, cobweb, spyglass, beehive. End of chapter 65. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 66 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 32. Usually the vowel followed by one consonant is given the long sound, whereas when the consonant is doubled, the vowel usually has the short sound, as illustrated in the following words. Biter, platter, toper, hoping. Bitter, platter, stopper, hopping. Diner, shiny, tiny, doted. Dinner, shinny, tinny, dotted. Cuter, hater, poker, offer. Cutter, hated, paper, wider. Holy, hatter, taper, spider. Holly, riding, favor, diver. Bony, ridding, fever, gallon. Bonny, biting, clover, racer. Bogey, bitting, over, cider. Boggy, caning, halo, label. Mary, canning, solo, yellow. Mary, plainer, polo, jolly. Mate, planner, flabby, jelly. Matter, ruder, shabby, maker. Robed, rudder, ruddy, taker. Robbed, loping, tulip, dummy. Pining, lopping, cedar, common. Pinning, baker, tamer, moment. Tuning, shady, liner, silent. Stunning, lady, pacer, ruby, planing, tidy, giddy, bonnet, planning, pony, sudden, penny. End of chapter 66. Recording by Evan Smith. Chapter 67 of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Table 33. The following words illustrate silent K, G, W, B, L, T, and GH. Knee, kneel, knelt, knell, knit, knife, knot, knock, knob, new, knave, need, know, knack, gnat, gnaw, new, gnash, gnarl, gnome, rye, wren, wrist, rote, right, wrap, ring, rung, wrong, rest, wreck, wrath, wretch, reek, wrench, writhe, wreath, high, sigh, right, thigh, light, fight, tight, sight, night, right, fright, plight, night, blight, slight, bright, flight, might, caught, not, taught, daughter, ought, tightly, brightly, lightly, lightning, naughty, climb, comb, crumb, dumb, lamb, limb, numb, thumb, debt, doubt, combing, calf, half, balm, calm, chalk, stalk, walk, folks, talk, often, soften, castle, jostle, rustle, thistle, whistle, chestnut, fasten, listen. End of chapter 67. Recording by Evan Smith. End of the Beacon Second Reader by James Hiram Fassett.